What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back.
What's up, guys?
To 2023. Wait. Right? No. Is it 2023?
We're in
still
2022. Yeah.
This drops
it's almost 2023.
Well, no one this is dropping yet. It should be in 2022 still.
Yeah, it should be before Christmas.
It drops. So, Merry Christmas. I'm Franco. This is my lovely co-host, the gangsta, Mr. Fuentes.
The gangsta Santa Claus, Mr. Fuentes. Gangster rapper. Right here.
Gangster rapper. It's ironic because you don't do gangster rap.
Sure I do.
The closest you got to gangster rap is that horrorcore rap.
Which one?
Take a break? No, not that one.
What it takes?
What it takes, yeah. No,
what about Hostel, man?
No.
I'm just kidding. That's not horror.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hardcore, but it's not horror.
Pissed off.
It's not gangster, but it is kind of gangster.
It's pissed off at the world. Fuck the world.
Well, it's just road rage, man. No one really believes in road rage. You just get mad and then it just goes away.
That's road rage.
Yeah, exactly. It's not real anger. It's just it only happens when you're in your vehicle.
Tell us the people who have died from road rage.
Oh, they're dead, so they can't be angry anyway.
They weren't the ones angry. It was the other ones. The ones that the murderers.
Exactly. Nobody was angry.
Anyways, today we are here with another episode Behind the Mask, a bonus episode, our first ever bonus. First ever? Yeah, bonus episode of Behind the Mask of Mr. Fuentes. If you're new to the channel, you know what that is. This guy right here is Mr. Fuentes.
Hi.
He is a part of the brand. He is does a few podcasts and all that, and he is also a rapper. And he makes
a gangster music. Rapper.
He makes music, and we dissect the music. We go into it and make him realize why he wrote that line. Get deeper into the meaning behind. I can't think of a stupid lyric right now, but behind lyrics.
Oh, every lyric that's about to come up.
Today we're talking about Christmas Jam, which released in 2018, re-released in 2018. 2018? Yeah, 2018. Do you want to jump into it behind when did you start writing it?
Sure. So, man, this song's I think at this point 8 years old. I'm not 100% sure when it dropped. I originally had the idea for the song while I was working. At the time, I worked at Whataburger, and I just remember it was literally December 21st or December 20th, but it was I only had a few days till Christmas, and I was at work, and I was just kind of just saying some shit for some reason, and I was like, I should write a Christmas rap. I just said it out loud randomly. And one of the girls that was working next to me, they're like, all right, then do it. She didn't even know what the hell I was talking about. I just said it out loud, and she's like, all right, we'll do it. And I was like, you know what? I will. And she's like, and I'm going to drop it before Christmas. And she's like, good luck. You have 4 days. And I was like, she's like, do it. You got 4 days. And I was like, all right, I will. So I went home. And the very first thing was I started making the beat for it. I didn't really know what was going on with that. And
I'm gonna interrupt you real quick because if you want to hear a more riveting story, retelling of that story, you can go back to our first original podcast with Mr. Fuentes, because he tells that story way more riveting than how he just said it right now.
Way more riveting?
Way more exciting, way more, more enthusiastic. You had more
gusto.
Yes, that one.
But yeah, so basically, I kind of said it out loud. Someone was like, hey, go ahead and make it. So I went home. I started the beat. And then I got the beat done in a day. I wrote the lyrics in a day. And then I recorded it. And I dropped it on Christmas Eve of that year, which I think was 2000 and probably 16 or 17. No, 16? No.
8 years, 2014.
2014. Yeah, 2014. Like the 24th, like that night, I dropped it. And yeah, I mean, it was all there. And then I think 5 years later after that, I made, which was what 2 or 3 years ago, I made the music video for.
2018, 4 years ago.
I made a music video for Christmas Jam, which we're about to get into.
You want to dive into the music video first or the music?
I figured we've never done a music video of mine since I don't have very many, and I figured we just do them both at the same time. I can talk about a lyric and maybe talk about a scene, like the reason I did that scene or something, the story behind me doing that scene.
Okay, before we jump into it, whenever you're on our podcast, when we first met in 2018, November, you said you were remastering it. Why'd you want to remaster it?
I was in this like phase where I was like, oh, I learned a little bit more about mixing since I released the song. So I kind of wanted to go back and like redo it. I did not know, but my delivery wasn't as good back then, and it got a lot better. And so I kind of like went back and re-recorded some older tracks to change the delivery in them. And that was one of them. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to remaster it. And then another one was just to see what I can change up. And I kind of like, there actually isn't very much I change up in this track, except in the beat. I actually missed a note in one of the chords. And so it was like an off note the entire time on the original beat. And somebody pointed it out to me, so whenever I went back to remaster it all, I changed the note to the right note, so it now all sounds like it's supposed to. And then but I mean, it's such a minimal like change, but if you're like a real music, I guess, like perfect pitch and know what you're listening for, people like that notice that. And I was like, oh crap, I didn't know that. And then I changed up a few things here and there. But that's pretty much it. I mean, nothing major I changed whenever I remastered it. Just wanted to do a better delivery than I did before.
Okay, and the original track, can we find anywhere? Is it on
The
SoundCloud
original,
still?
yeah, the original track's on SoundCloud still, and the remastered track's on Spotify or anywhere else you listen to music. I actually switched the title recently, but that's just randomly throwing that out there, just because they pay their artists more per play, and it's about the same price as Spotify.
And before we get started, this is a Christmas song.
It is a Christmas
song about Santa Claus and reindeers. Can you name all 8 reindeers right now?
Go Dancer, go Prancer, go Rudolph, go Hitler. No, I don't know.
Rudolph is the 9th one, but so you only got 2. Dasher, and Dancer. Oh, you said
Vixen.
Yeah, Vixen, Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid.
Oh, I forgot about Comet and
Donner, Blitzen.
Who the heck is Donner?
I don't know.
Nobody likes that reindeer. I haven't heard his name in years.
I think they called him something else, but
Dancer?
I don't know. I copied off Wikipedia. I didn't know the names either. But I guess we get into the music video. Let's see. Ready?
Yeah. Go! All of them for Christmas is in the... Oh, we're not jumping into it.
Hold up. Can you explain this?
Absolute Kings?
Yeah.
This is my label that I work under, Absolute Kings. It's my original idea I had whenever I was a young child. And yeah, I mean, do you want me to go further?
Yeah, let's go further. Dive further into it.
Okay. Originally, I had made this because I don't know why I always wanted to be the king of something. Like, I think at the time I was listening to a lot of like Zero and stuff like that. So it was like King of the Ghetto, and then there was like T.I., King of the South, and there was just like all these kings of everything, like all the time. So I was just like, well, you know what? Like, I want to be like, not just a king of one
That's not me.
specific thing. I want to be like an absolute king. And it kind of came to that idea because at the time I was listening to Tech Nine's Absolute Power. So Absolute King just kind of like fell into there. And I was like, Absolute King sounds cool. Like you're absolutely the king of like a bunch of things. And then later in life, I kind of like changed it more to, not changed it, but it became something more of like, you know, kings can be like selfish, kings can be great. You know, there's been lots of good kings and bad kings throughout history. But really you should be more of like, you know, absolutely the best you can be, period. And so you should be like an absolute king, like absolute full circle, good all around person, you know, fair. To me, like absolute is like definitive. It's going to be good. I want to be a good person, good king. So it kind of came to the whole idea that I would be the absolute best person I can be for myself, be a king for myself, and maybe help others through that.
Always evolving. Always evolving. And before we get into it with the music video, we're about to jump right into it, but what gave you the idea to make a music video? Why'd you want to make a music video to begin with for Christmas Jam?
I just wanted to. I mean, I really don't have any explanation. This actually kind of was very similar to when I made the song. It was like actually probably around this time right now already, and I had to make the whole shoot and record the whole music video. So I was hitting up everyone possible and doing like everything super last minute. But it gave me a lot of time, and I was lucky to have one of my friends, the guy that was a cameraman. You know, he's a good friend of mine. His name's Vincent, but he doesn't do professional camera work or anything like that. But he's a good friend of mine who has a camera, and he was helping me out. And like his days off were not lining up with my days off at all for like recording this video, and it was just getting to like a real crunch time. But we were eventually able to squeeze in like 2 or 3 dates and finally like get everything that we needed recorded, plus everyone else that was involved in between, like you guys, Rob Zilla, to get the reindeer in the back seat, you know, was kind of an ordeal. I had the guy that played the officer. He's actual like person who went to Del Mar as an actor, but he was a friend of mine from Starbucks. And I was like, hey, I know you like kind of do this like as actual work, but can you come like play an officer for me like in this video? And he was like, sure, man. Like, you know, he was really cool about it. He's a really cool guy. He's actually getting out there, and I'm pretty proud of him. His name's Mason. God, what was his last name? I forgot. Only because he uses like kind of Ortiz. That's what it was. He only uses his first name half the time. But yeah, I mean, it all came together in the end, and like I said, I just kind of wanted to make a video because it was just such a silly like video, or like lyrically, it was just such a silly song that I thought it'd be fun to like try to put all those into actual like visual like stuff. So that was one of the main reasons I did it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I just wanted to see what it would look like if you visually put everything into place, and I did.
So everything about this song is last minute. The song was last minute. The video was last minute. This podcast was last minute.
Everything.
Every single thing. Let's get right into it.
Absolute King, Mr. Fuentes, Christmas Jam. You ready? Yo! All I want for Christmas is a normal microphone, 3 bossy girls from Britney and some Don't Perry on, or maybe some crown roll and a bad chick in a thong, so we can have sex all night to my song. Yo, it's not a silent night, she's coming over tonight. Just call me Mr. Ron, the evil twin of Mr. Right. Matter of fact, call me Santa Clothesline, cause every time I walk by, panties get hung out to dry. I got a bag of goodies for the girlies with the Christmas spirit. If I'm making down your street, you best believe you'll hear it. I turn it up like funk volume when I'm playing tracks. I got 8 high reindeer chiefs sitting in the back. I'm driving in my Mazda.
I don't really want me to stop at.
Me neither. I was like, man, he's still going. So yeah, that first little part, actually, let's go back. Let me jump onto your stream. Or actually, I can't jump onto your stream. Go back to the beginning where like it's my whole background of like where I'm standing. Right there. No, a little further back. So like all this crap, I just like went to the store at the dollar store and was like, I'm gonna spend like $25. And so I bought these streamers. I bought the little over the air conditioner. I bought the streamers, the little snowflakes, and then I just decorated my bookshelf. All these boxes are empty with just random wrappings. I put a little Santa Claus hat on the Joker poster I had.
It's probably my favorite touch.
With a little bow for his like corsage or whatever it would be there. And then, I made this little stocking for myself that said Mr. Fuentes with the AK logo. I don't know. It was fun, and it wasn't that expensive. And I mean, it probably doesn't look like it's that expensive, but it still gets the point across, like that it's kind of supposed to be a Christmas theme. I even move it. I mean, I use it later on in the thing, but it was a very small budget, and I think I made it work pretty well.
Besides the name Christmas Jam, you really pushed Christmas. Emphasis on Christmas.
Was I supposed to push jam?
Yeah, you're supposed to have a whole bunch of grape jelly.
Just a bunch of strawberry jelly, grape jelly, apple jelly, blueberry jelly.
And good jams as well.
Good jams. So, I mean, there's not really much to dissect over here. Just kind of like random stuff. Something... A Neumann microphone is like a very so there's a microphone called, I think it's a U47 Neumann microphone, and it's like, I think it's like a $2,000 microphone. I haven't looked at it up in a while, but at the time it was like one of the microphones that are like, dude, like this is like the creme de la creme of microphones. So that was kind of where that came from, a Neumann microphone. And then at the time there was this dance agency, go-go dancing agency called Bossy Entertainment. And my friend Laura, the girl that was actually in the video as, well, I wouldn't say Mrs. Claus, but dressed up in the Santa, female Santa thing. She was part of the Bossy Entertainment at the time. So it was actually kind of funny that I got her to play in this music video because she was actually a Bossy girl back in the day for Bossy Entertainment. Bossy Entertainment since then has disbanded, but it was a thing for like 2 or 3 years, and she was a part of it. That was a pretty cool shout out to them.
Was she your lady friend from the 500 live stream?
Yes, she was the same. She was the same go-go dancer girl from the live stream. And then everything else is pretty just straightforward, like call me Mr. Wrong, the evil twin of Mr. Right. Matter of fact, call me Santa Clothesline, because every time I walk by, panties get hung out to dry. That one was probably one of my funniest lines I've ever written whenever I thought of it. Because I was just like, oh, doesn't even make sense, but it does make sense. It's great.
So it wasn't because of the wrestling move, clothesline?
No, not at all. Damn. And then pretty much I try to find, like, after this part over here, I pretty much try to find like every Christmas song reference, every Christmas reference I could possibly find to put into this song. Blitzen, that was another one. Anyway, so right there you see Bag of Goodies. I don't know why, but Bag of Goodies just sounded like something you would say for Christmas.
But that's more of like Halloween, though.
Bag of Goodies for the girlies with the Christmas spirit. Is this the part where I say it's not a silent night, she's coming over tonight? Yeah, it's not a silent night, she's coming over tonight. Obviously from Silent Night. Just a reference to reindeers, 8 high reindeer. What Wise Dancer, Humpin' Prancer. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, wait, we haven't even got to that yet.
No, but Funk Volume.
Funk Volume at the time was
Mhm.
the record label that Hobson, Jaron Benton, Dizzy Wright, those guys. There's other people, but I can't remember them off the top of my head right now.
Do you find it weird that you wrote that reference in 2014 and in 2019 you opened up for Dizzy Wright? Or you're on the same card as Dizzy Wright? Or am I getting that wrong?
No, you're right. I opened up for Dizzy Wright in 2019. Which, like, it's cool to say shit like that, but it's also, like, to me, like, cheating because Ritz, Dizzy Wright, and Whitney Payton were all the headliners for the. Oh, and Echo. Echo?
Yeah, can't forget about Echo. My boy Echo.
Were all the headliners for that show. It's called the Winter Circle Tour. And they're all kind of heavy hitters in the underground, like Ritz and Dizzy Wright probably being, like, the highest. And then, you know, Whitney Payton and Echo coming up. Whitney Payton's been coming up for years. Echo has came out of nowhere, but obviously making a very big splash on the scene. So it's just
he's been coming up for years.
Has he?
Yeah, he's been on the scene for like years. I think I can't remember 2016 or earlier, 2015. I can't remember, but
yeah. Well, maybe they actually came up at the same time. I heard of Whitney Payton like a long time ago, but yeah, so like it's cool to be like, oh yeah, I opened up for Dizzy Wright and Ritz and Whitney Payton and Echo all on the same night. Like, you don't tell people that, but it's just always funny. Like I never try to flex like who I open up for sometimes, or I never try to like stack who I open up for too much because it just sounds, it's like cheating to me. Like I really only opened up for Ritz technically since he was the biggest name on that card. But the other three were there, you know. I can't not say I didn't open up for them.
You opened up for the opener.
I opened up for these openers. I'm the co-headliners, man. But yeah, I mean, no, I don't find it weird. But I was never really a big Dizzy Wright fan to begin with. But I did open up for him.
So
right.
On Funk Volume, is my voice different? Not weird?
No.
Okay, I sound like an echo. Funk Volume.
It's because we're talking about Echo.
Funny. Funk Volume. Who's your favorite rapper or part of that brand or artist?
In the end, like Hobson obviously was the first one that got me into it, and I still do love Hobson. But in the end, Jaron Benton was the one that I ended up like staying with the most and following his stuff more than Hobson's. I got really into like Jaron Benton stuff. He's just like, I don't know what it is about him, but I really enjoyed Jaron Benton.
I haven't tried listening to Jaron Benton, but yeah, Hobson was mine, and then Swizz as well, even though he posts like one song a year. That sounds familiar. Anyways. I guess we'll start all over from back here.
A normal microphone, 3 bossy girls from Britney and some Don't Hurry On, or maybe some crown roll on a bad chick in a thong, so we can have sex all night to my song. Yo, it's not a silent night, she's coming over tonight. Just call me Mr. Ron, the evil twin of Mr. Right. Matter of fact, call me Santa Clothesline, cause every time I walk by, panties get hung out to dry. I got a bag of goodies for the girlies with the Christmas spirit. If I'm banging down your street, you best believe you'll hear it. I turn it up like Funk Volume when I'm playing tracks, and got 8 high Ranger Chiefin sitting in the back. I'm driving in my Mazda. What's the problem, officer? I don't know why dancers up in Prancer, but don't stop them, sir. I'm being rather silly, willy-nilly, fuck the Philly. Take a hit for RPT, yeah, that's my city. Smoke some dro, all of Christmas Day. My brother Gio got so high and ate up all the cake.
I was gonna say stop it after it's done. That's enough of that, Franco.
Before
go ahead.
Who if you want to say who edited it for you?
I edited it.
Okay, so people know because like I don't want them thinking it was like a. Obviously, you did a good job, but like there's some imperfections on it. I don't want them thinking it was like a professional editor who did this.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you're living and learning at the time editing. Like there's some imperfections. I'm pretty sure you know, but
No, I don't. It's a perfect video. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, obviously it's really good if you look far away from it.
It looks great. Everything about it.
You can see it more up close whenever you're like 3 inches from the screen.
Oh, yeah, probably. But no, I was gonna say, actually another reason I did this video, wouldn't say last minute, but last minute, because in Rockport, I don't know about other cities. I've lived in Rockport most of my life. Around Christmas time, they put up all the Christmas lights and things, like the street lights in Rockport all have like different kinds of like candy canes and different kind of stuff. And then people get really into it downtown, a lot of the stores. So a lot of my idea too was to use their decorations to my advantage so I could shoot the video. Like the lighting and everything from the very first one, everything was basically from the lights that were coming off the Christmas lights in the stores. Like I didn't really add any extra light, and the lighting came out pretty good for that. I just kind of got lucky on some of the shots that the lighting actually was pretty good, so I didn't have to actually add extra lighting. I think we did have one like front light on the camera, but besides that, everything else is just part of like that stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Right here, you're on the bridge.
Oh, also, if you are watching this, the quality looks a lot better if you go actually watch the music video, because I see Franco's stream, which isn't as that good a quality. But Franco sees a good quality because it's off his stream. But anyway, just say, if you watch the actual video, it looks a bit better. But like Franco said, it's not a professional edit, so it's not going to be the highest of highest qualities. But I think I did a pretty good job.
I don't know. Maybe it's your end that's not good quality.
It's not. I just said that.
Anyways, is your brother in this? Because you say smoke some Joe. My brother ate all the cake.
Yeah, that was the guy. That was the white guy.
The
We
one
grew up
blonde hair?
together. Yeah,
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure.
and yeah, I was gonna say lyric wise, I don't think there was anything
Look at that.
anything too crazy to.
I'm gonna take a screenshot and meme it.
I don't think there's anything too crazy in
You
the
look
lyrics.
like Droopy the dog.
Droopy the dog.
Is that what his name is? I think that's what his name is.
I think so. Why is there like a freaking spot on my tongue? I just dropped the dab, bro.
Anyways, yeah, this bridge, smoke some Joe, all of Christmas Day. My brother Gio got so high and ate up all the cake.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, that guy's named Gio. He's a good friend, or pretty much we grew up together. And my mom like considers him like family. So
He's not your actual brother.
No, he's not my actual brother.
Okay.
But my mom pretty much like raises him when we were like young.
Is his name actually like Gio Dude?
No, his actual name's Giovanni, but
I think
like
it's G-I-O then, not G-E-O.
It's G-E-O.
Is it?
Giovanni. Yeah.
Giovanni and Pokemon's like G-I-O.
Yeah, that's Pokemon, bro. This is real life.
So he's based off Pokemon game. Got it. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Yo, I met Santa Claus. He was climbing down my chimney. He said he had a fat blunt of the finest weed. That right there is called red dye. Because after you finish smoking, you'll have scarlet red eye. I said, this is magical dank, but it's too strong though. He said, hell no, it's how the rain to fry through the snow. My hand's starting to turn red, yo. That's a side effect. That's how Rudolph really got his red nose. I had some Johnny Walker. Lots of blitzing. We rode around the streets trying to find ourselves.
That guy looks like Ryan. Whenever I first saw it.
Who?
Ryan.
Oh, Ryan. Gotcha. So yeah, that was actually the girl in the Rudolph costume. That's my little sister. It was so funny because I think after it was all done, I was like, man, I'm putting a lot of drug references in this verse. It probably shouldn't be the one that she's in. But I needed a Rudolph, and she happened to be around at the time. So she got used to be Rudolph. Yeah, no. I just wanted to point that out. That's it. That was my little sister. My blood relative little sister.
I had some Johnny Walker, took some shots of blitzing. We roamed around the streets trying to find ourselves a vixen. We drank the whole bottle, it was totally tober. Blitzing wasn't looking, that's how grandma got ran over. This is just a song for all of y'all to laugh.
Again. So that was my cousin. That was my cousin Miguel as the reindeer. I actually love this part just because like his expressions were probably the funniest things ever. Because I remember like whenever we were walking, I was like, we're supposed to be walking and act like we're drunk, and I was like walking, and then like I was supposed to pretend to fall, but I guess when I pretended to fall, he kind of looked really real to me. So he just like he looked at me and he was like, "Holy shit!" Like that's why he like looks at the camera, like looks down, then looks at the camera, and walks away, like, "Oh shit," because he thought I like actually hurt myself, but no, it was just part of my acting. I think I fell into the ditch because it was like one of those roads that kind of curve off into the ditch, and I like fell and then kind of rolled a little bit down the ditch. And he was just like, "Oh shit." And then this one, I was just like, all right, you're just going to kind of like walk up and then look down and like just look surprised. That's exactly what I told him to do. And he did not disappoint. It was great. It was great. But yeah, again, if we go back to the lyrics, I was trying to use as many Santa holiday references as possible. So I got the, whole little bit about me meeting Santa Claus and that he smokes magical dank to fly through the sky or give it to the reindeers to fly through the snow. And then how like turning red is a side effect of his magical dank. And that's why Rudolph has a red nose. Just little things, making it up.
Totally tober.
Oh shit. Go back. But yeah, that's how Grandma got run over because Grandma got run over by a reindeer. And yeah, that was pretty much it. I mean, that was literally, I wrote this song just to be funny and fun. Like there was no real thought behind it, to be honest. Like I just was like, I'm going to write something that's just going to be humorous to like listen to and be fun and make you feel like happy when you listen to it. Like that's why to me the beat's very like fun and very like fun to listen to. So in the end, I just hope people really liked it.
I think you write a lot of songs like that where you're not like taking yourself seriously. I think like me as a fan personally, whenever I hear your more emotional stuff, it's like, wow, you can get deep too.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, and I don't know if we've really even like broke down a real. I guess we did the random thoughts, which that was a little weird to do. But
I can't wait till we get into Defeat Me, Best Day, or Lost.
Lost.
I'm not looking forward to my depression. Just gonna let you know that now.
Why? Because it's never resting.
Yeah, I think you're gonna be crying.
Yeah, no, it's all good, man. It's all good. But all right, we can play the rest of it.
This is just a song for all of y'all to laugh and sing to add a little more joy that the holidays will bring. Shout out to all of y'all after doing a thing. Ho ho, Merry Christmas from an absolute king. Hope you liked it, but I really wanted to end this song on kind of a different note. Like a little chant for y'all to sing to later.
Were those bloopers or anything, or were y'all actually doing those? Like, was it planned?
There were half bloopers, half just I kind of knew I was gonna use some of this. So to be honest, I actually did this pretty professionally. I actually wrote out an entire shot by shot, like every second, what was gonna happen in this music video, and it actually came out like 95% exactly how I wrote it out. So I knew at the end I didn't really know what I was gonna kind of put there, and I didn't want to just talk to a screen at the very end between this transition. So I knew I was going to put little bloopers or stuff in between it. I didn't purposely make bloopers. The only ones I purposely did were the
Humping the
me
reindeer?
acting, yeah, like me acting silly. Like it wasn't planned, like it wasn't written. Go hump the reindeer, but I was just like just something stupid to go do. And I saw the reindeer. I was like, I'm gonna go hump this reindeer. And then the people dancing in the car with me, that was planned. I told them just to do something fun and do something silly. And so that's what they all did. So I got to use that as a blooper. And then all the other scenes, I could kind of break down where each scene came from. Whenever we go through them, so y'all can see. But the original Christmas Jam song, when I recorded it, I had a group of my friends come over to my house, and we all just sang along to the song. So I kind of wanted to do something similar for the music video, where I had a group of my friends singing along to the song, or just being in the background of the song. So that's kind of how this whole ending montage happened. But yeah, let's finish it off.
Shots of Jack and shots of Crown, drink 'em down, drink 'em down. Shots of Jack and shots of Crown, we'll all feel merry. Shots of Jack and shots of Crown, drink 'em down, drink 'em down. Shots of Jack and shots of Crown, we'll all feel merry. Shots of Jack and shots of Crown, drink 'em down, drink 'em down. Shots of Jack and shots of Crown, we'll all feel merry. Shots of Jack and shots of Crown, drink 'em down, drink 'em down. Shots of Jack and shots of Crown, we'll all feel merry. Shots of Jack and shots of Crown, drink 'em down, drink 'em down. Shots of Jack and shots of Crown, we'll all feel merry. Be safe.
And you laugh really hard at
Did you
that.
know that reindeer are contraband in this side of Canada? Especially dopehead. Oh. Hey! Son of a... No. Damn it.
I didn't realize that was Antidote until last night.
That was totally Antidote. So yeah, I mean, that year I had a Christmas concert in Dallas. I did an open mic with the Christmas, with intentions of doing this as well. And I have my friend who was videotaping everything go by. And I asked people to come out. And then I even asked the crowd, if you're okay, I'm going to videotape y'all. This is going to be for your music video. And everyone was cool with it. If you look, there's Franco's twin brother and Tiff's twin brother and Nick's twin brothers. And then they're also them as well later on in the video.
Made a two-time appearance.
Two-time appearance. And it was just really fun. I got Robzilla in there. I actually just kind of like was meeting Rob and getting to know Rob at that time. So it was really cool of him to kind of just jump in and do that. And the same thing for y'all. I just barely met y'all kind of, but I was just very fortunate to have so many people to want to jump in, because that was the whole idea, is that I wanted a crowd of people and different people that were having fun and being merry. So it was really cool to have all y'all be part of that. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, I really don't have anything. I can't really, if you're going to ask, like, why did I come up with the sing-along at the end? I have no idea, dude.
This whole thing was just about shots. liquor. When you wrote this, were you heavy into alcohol and drugs at the time?
I used to drink a lot. I mean, every Christmas Eve, because Mexicans celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve at night. So every Christmas Eve, I go with my family, and I would get pretty tore up. And so that was kind of the inspiration of this, is that everyone gets drunk on Christmas. So shots of Jack and shots of Crown. Drink them down, drink them down. And then we'll all feel merry.
Are you that guy anymore that drinks a lot, or?
No, I'm actually today. What's today? December the 1st. 11 months sober.
Nice.
Beginning of next year, I'll be a full year sober. But that's a whole nother story. But yeah, as far as Christmas Jam, I mean, it was just a fun song to put together. A fun music video to put together. It's really something. It's just something I really enjoy, even though it's one of those songs that I know like everyone's not gonna like listen to it and like be like, oh yeah, this is the shit. But every process of this, from the making of the song to the music video itself, is like memories that I'll never forget. Like the making of the song, I was just, it was just something I did just to do it, to prove I could do it in a short amount of time if I wanted to, if I really put my mind to it. And that's all I did for like 3 to 4 days, was put this song together. And it's not the perfect song either, because I only did it in 3 to 4 days. But it was fun and it came out good. Like it didn't come out shitty. And that was another like thing that was really cool. And then for me to be able to get the people, like, remember, I told you, like, I only had 3 days to do this. So in that 3 days, I got like 10 people in my living room for us to sing Shots of Jack and Shots of Crown, drink them down, drink them down. Like that, to me, that was crazy, because I was just like, basically same day, hey, how many people can come to my house tomorrow to do this thing? And like, they're like, oh, I can. I was like, great, I'll see y'all then. Like, it was just, it was really crazy. And then the same thing kind of happened when I made the music video, which is like, hey, do you want to be part of this music video? Hey, do you want to be part of this music video? Hey, can you help me out with this music video? I need a body. I need this. And again, people were like, oh, yeah, I'll help out. Yeah, I'll help out. And it's something, like I said, I'll never forget. Like, no matter what you think of the music video, no matter what you think of the song, it's always going to be something special to me, more than any other song I probably made, like, ever. Because I had so many people put their hands into this song and this music video. So it's just always will be something really special for me.
Let that be a lesson. If you ever think you can't do it, put your mind to it, you can do anything.
Hell yeah.
Lose yourself in the music or whatever Fuentes said.
Yeah. Childish Gambino.
That's been the episode. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Wish you back next year for season 2. You want to talk about what we're going to be talking about? You want to talk about what we're going to be talking about? Talk about what we're going to be talking about. You want to go over what we're going to be talking about for next season? Season 2?
Season 2, we're actually going to start with my newest release coming out, which is going to be Sneak Peek.
We're going to give y'all guys a sneak peek of Sneak Peek. So I should be either having the album out or about to come out with the album. I mean, most likely it's going to be out by then. And I just want to do behind the scenes on that stuff since it'll be fresh. A lot of the stuff, I know Franco wants to get deep into a lot of the stuff, and that's the whole point of this podcast. Some of it, I really just don't have much memory on of a lot of shit. So I think the earlier we can do some things, the better I could probably have memories. And Leftover Pizza and Smile and Wave are kind of around the same thing since they're similar songs. I already know when we start getting into I Ain't Doing Shit Today, Franco's going to be like, yeah, we even shot a whole music video that you didn't release, you freaking asshole. I already said that in one of the earlier episodes in the season.
Yeah. But I feel like that whole episode, he's just gonna be like, yeah, there could have been a music video for this, and someone just didn't edit it.
You didn't let me
Franco.
test out my editing skills. You let me test out my camera skills. Wasn't even able to see how good my camera skills were back in 2019.
Yeah, they were horrible, dude. Just take my advice. Take me
I
for my
bet
word.
they were, but I could have learned back then. Instead, you had me wait a whole year and then learn through wrestling.
That was a good lesson.
It was not a good lesson.
Every lesson in life's a lesson.
It's a lesson, not a good lesson though. Don't trust your friends or whatever they say.
Don't trust them. Never ever trust them. Don't trust them. Never ever trust them. But yeah, no. Thank you guys for tuning in and checking this out. I really do hope you'll have a wonderful Christmas and a good start into the new year. So far, I made one New Year's resolution, which was to stay sober for an entire year and not drink alcohol. And it's almost that time, so I'll get to do my whole New Year's resolution. It is cheesy to say, but really, if you want to do something, you just really need to put your mind into it. If you say you don't have time, it's just an excuse. You need to make time. Just do it. Do whatever you want to do with your life. Just do it. And that's pretty much it. Nike, just do it. I mean, talking about just doing it, I mean, Franco just shared a post about his New Year's resolutions from last year about his wrestling tacos, and he completely demolished all of his goals that he wanted.
Yep. Those 5 goals, all 5 got demolished. The goal was a subscriber count 500, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're at 180K plus right now.
180K.
Yeah. Pay our first dollar. We got our first dollar by January of this year. Shoot ringside, photography and videography, and we're able to do that, me and Tiff, by February or March this year. And
they do it like 4 to 5 times a month.
Yeah, and get 1,000 plus views on an uwu, which we passed that as well. So I was gonna do like another 5 goals for next year, but I really
just do it. The worst that can happen is you don't succeed.
I mean, like, I don't know how outrageously to go now. It's like, do I say reach 1 million by 2024?
I would say 500,000.
500,000? Yeah, like
I feel like I'm not gonna try to jinx us as a group, but I feel like eventually we're gonna plateau, and I think it's gonna be around the 250 to 300,000 mark. At that point, we're gonna have to really push again to get to at least 500,000. That's my prediction. So I think 500,000.
My prediction was plateauing at 50K.
Yeah,
but
that prediction was wrong the very next day.
Yeah, we're kind of plateauing a little bit at 100 plus K, but I don't know. So I haven't fully thought about the goals and all that. I do want to get more into shooting other areas, other stuff. My headphones look all messed up now. Shooting comedy shows and rap show concerts and other stuff. I want to get out. I shouldn't have messed with my hair. Want to do more than just wrestling. So
yeah,
I guess that'll be a goal for next year. I do want to do wrestling in Dallas, get into Dallas more. So I guess that's another goal. And I don't know. I need to sit down and actually think about what I want to do the next year, and I guess stick to it because I want to do skits as well.
We all do. All of us need to sit down and think about what we're going to do next year.
Yeah, we can all do that
together.
So if y'all guys ever want to come to my living room, just hit me up. This is everybody. Just slide into
everyone can go there.
Message us.
Even I go there. You can't come to my house though, but you can go to his.
The plaque, though, I want the plaque.
Right?
Sure. But we'll see. But that's pretty much it. Follow us on social media if you want. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I don't know what you're doing watching this video all the way through. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. And you can follow me at Wrasslin Tacos, WRASSLIN on Instagram. I do wrestling content, wrestling videos, wrestling clips, wrestling interviews, wrestling unboxings, anything wrestling related. And you can follow my great, great dear friend, Mr. Fuentes, on his social media. Mr. Fuentes 361. 361. Don't, but 361. 361. And you can follow.
Don't put the Spanish one.
You can listen to his music on Spotify, SoundCloud. He has some unreleased tracks on SoundCloud because of the covers. And if you want song recommendations, listen to Defeat Me, Best Day, or Christmas Jam.
Yo!
Peace. Love.
Peace.